Well, here we are, March 2016. Only a few more months to go. And I thought that when we got to these time periods, that the piles and piles of books would get larger because there'd be more and more available. But unknowns to me, they were reviewing less and less each month. Instead of close to 300, they're getting lower and lower each month. And so the books are getting fewer and fewer. I didn't realize that. And welcome to the D. Louise book series. I'm Christina Carrios, Tina. This is where we read books, talk about books, no special effects, no theme, none of that fancy stuff going on in here. And if you could please hit the thumbs up, please hit the thumbs up, and maybe subscribe too would be most appreciative. I don't have the thumbnails to track people's attention. I was told recently that you could have the best video in the entire world, but if your thumbnail is not eye-catching, no one will watch your video. So that's how life goes. So this is Romantic Times Book Review Flashback Monday, where we talk about all the books in this magazine. We start with Regency, and we make our way through to Paranormal and Harlequin, and sometimes we do the erotica section too. There's not many books this time around. I didn't go bonkers with some of the sections that I normally go bonkers with. So there's just a few from each section. I may have missed one or two. We'll have to see. But I own a surprising number of the paranormals, though. That was interesting. And you'll see a couple of these again, because these are in my pile to be read. Series piles. I'm a series person. I like to read about the progression. So, let's start out. Oh, sorry. I keep forgetting that I watched this back once, and I realized the page turning is astronomically loud on the feedback. Oh, I forgot one. Alright, wait a second. So, my co-host has abandoned me. I'm going to post a video later of me asking her and her ignoring me. Alright, so The Study of Seduction, 4.5 stars, Regency, England. Jeffrey employs the classic marriage of convenience plotline to its best advantage. The talented storyteller infuses her novel with smart dialogue, intelligent characters, and surprising twists and heated chemistry. Stalked and tormented by French diplomat Durand, Lady Clarissa lives every day in fear. When her protective cousin must leave England, he asks Edwin, Earl of Blakeborough, to watch over Clarissa. Since childhood, Clarissa has thought of Edwin as a stodgy and staid, while he thinks of her as flighty flirt. Still, Edwin has been secretly in love with Clarissa. To keep her safe, Edwin invents a false betrothal. Yeah, Yeah. It'll turn real eventually. We know how these regencies go. The Infamous Heir. Naked guy on the cover. Can't get that to... My computer is bad. I'm sorry. Four and a half stars. Readers are treated to Michael's strongest story yet. Engaging characters, intricate plotline, and powerful love story hold readers from beginning to end as they watch the changing relationship between the headstrong lovers as they unravel a mystery. Oh, a mystery's always good. Always good. Extra plus. As a second son, Ethan Moore makes his living as a prize fighter. He has no claim or desire for the title, but suddenly finds himself his father's heir. Lady Rosalind Glay has hopes of marrying Trevor Moore until Evan arrives. She is the witness to their horrible fight and to Trevor's possible murder. Though she cannot believe Ethan would kill his twin, she cannot deny the fact that he might have pushed Trevor into the mine shaft. Ethan is determined to find his brother's killer and unmask those responsible for stealing valuable jet from the family's mining business. What's a valuable jet in Regency England time? Okay. Always when you think of this lady, wait, we'll do this one first. Although they're both, this first lady, I don't think of her this way, but the second lady, I do. But this first lady, Gail Callan, the Grimoire Plaid, we probably did this in our Highland or Scotland or Kilt If Then, so check all those out. 4 stars, Scotland, 1727. Kaylin creates wonderful romance infused with an aura of Scotland. As teenagers, Maggie McCollum and Owen Duff found love. However, Owen is betrothed to the daughter of another clan. Maggie reveals to him her vision of death following his marriage, but Owen brushes her premonition away until his wife falls from a boat and drowns. 10 years later, Maggie and Owen must wed to settle a feud. Maggie is determined to wed despite the visions of death that haunt her dreams. She will have to find a suitable way to divorce Owen and save his life. And then the attacks begin. Naked guy on the cover. Alright, now, this other lady. Oh, I didn't even look for that one. I should have looked. I might actually have it. Alright, let's do this one first. Whenever I think of this lady, I think of Scotland. Karen Rainey, naked guy on the cover. The third in the McLaren saga is a powerful story filled with deceit, danger, and passion. Everything that makes a page-turner set against the backdrop of England and America during the American Civil War. Desperate to help her sister Claire survive the war, Rose McLean poses as Claire traveling to Scotland to enlist the aid of a distant cousin, Duncan McLean. Duncan believes Rose is a widow in need of his help, not a woman who believes about slavery are at odds with her sister and brother-in-law. Neither is able to resist the desire that erupts between them. I don't know if I... Wait a second. I found a co-host. An unhappy co-host. A pissed off co-host. Who wants nothing to do with me today, co-host. Come here. Come here. Go. Come over here. Come over. No, stay. 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 Come here. Come over here. Come to mommy. There you go. Alright. Where's my glasses? No, those are my glasses. Oh. Good grief. You're not sitting on my glasses, are you? What do I do with my glasses? You know. So, anyways, don't know where my glasses are. Tracy Ann Warren. Happily Bladed Biss. 4 stars. Warren's ability to craft a perfect classic Regency is what makes her a fan favorite. It truly isn't Lady Esme Byron's fault that she decided to sketch a portrait of the naked man she spied on her family property. He was just too beautiful to resist. She never expected anyone to view the sketch, and now her reputation is ruined. However, Esme's brothers take matters into their own hands, convincing Gabriel, Lord Northcote, to marry Esme to save her from censure. Though he's innocent of any wrongdoing, he decides to do the right thing and marry her. Aww. Now that's entrapment if I ever heard it. Reckless desire. This lady here in red. There goes my co-host. 4 stars. Isabella Bradford, Reckless Desire. With pressure to marry Lord Rivers Fitzroy, leaves his scholarly pursuits to enjoy his last days of bachelorhood. He finds pleasure in the theater, especially among a troupe of Italian dancers. One evening he agrees to an outrageous wager, take the beautiful lead dancer Mousy Cousin, and turn her into a leading lady in 6 weeks. The bet could be Lucia di Lassi's chance to live her dream. But they fall in love. Go figure. Alright. A small venture into mainstream fiction. I'm not exactly sure. How do you take a romance and make it mainstream fiction instead of a romance? I'm not exactly sure, but Debbie Kilmore. A Girl's Guide to Moving On. Latest is another sweet trademark romance featuring life experiences and humor that will make you want to read in one sitting. In a genre filled with stories regaling the adventure of 20-something, Maycomer will make you melt with this love story featuring a middle-aged heroine and matching sexy hero. We followed 2 women moving on from divorce, Nicole, mother to a young son, and her mother-in-law, Leanne. Nicole and Leanne enter life as single women and meet men completely different from their exes. Nicole meets the handsome, rough around the edges, blue-collared rocker who started life far out from the straight and narrow, while Leanne meets immigrant Nikolai, a widow who knows there is more to love than money and appearances. And I don't think I have the second one. It hasn't arrived yet. Oh, yes it does. Yes it has. Yes it has. Alright. The Friends We Keep. The Friends We Keep. Forster's teenage, pregnancy, divorce, marriage, struggles, and adoption are just some touched on by Mallory in this highly original, fascinating page-turner you may lose sleep over. Gabby, a stay-at-home mom of twins and a teen stepdaughter, Haley, whose heart desire is to be a mom, and Nicole, recently divorced mom, band together to battle life's obstacles. Gabby wants to go back to work when an unexpected turn takes place. Haley's husband wants her to stop risking her life with miscarriages, and Nicole has an unexpected mystery man enter her life. If it wasn't for the glare. Here we go. Alright, on to teen. And, I couldn't find, I'm gonna do one with no picture at all. I don't think there's a picture, let me look. Nope, not in top picks. But I just love this magazine. Nope. Let me check the back just to make sure. Touch pictures of the other stuff in here, but not... Smoke, you're the one that left me. I'm just sitting here. I'm here. Okay, this one's going to be without a picture, unless I might come back and put it up. Jennifer L. Armentrout, The Power. The second in Armentrout's Titan series is harder than the first. Josie, the perfect complement to everyone's favorite Apollyon, with a bad rep, really comes in her own and shines as far as the smart Alec Golden Boy himself. The status as paranormal book boyfriend of the year remains a sure bet. Let me just... okay. The violence at Covenant University between the purebloods and the half-bloods is escalating. That's just one of the things that Josie and Seth have to worry about as Seth trains Josie to be prepared for a Titan attack. The either in Josie is attracting to Seth, and that could spell disaster. Seth knows what they have can't be long-term. He can't stay away. When tasked with finding the demigod, Seth and Josie and the others set out to California. Oh, I did get this one. Okay. Now, when I think of this lady, I think of vampires. But not here. First Life. 4.5 stars. This series debut is a whirlwind. There's so much to take in, from the incredible settings, including some horrible ones, to the startling plot twist. You'll be blown away by Showalter's masterful world building. Rather than dashing out lengthy description, the author gradually develops a complex world through the characters' dialogue. Tenley Ten Lockwood is unsigned. She hasn't yet pledged to her ever life in one of the two realms. Mirrored Atrachia, despite her parents needing her to pick Myriad so they can keep their fortune. Locked up in Prime Asylum for more than 10 years by her parents, Ten is tortured into signing Mirror. When she meets her new roommate Bo and the hot new Meridian inmate Killian, she learns from each of them why her decision is so important. Let's see what happens. Smokey! Smokey, come here! Smoke! Sitting over there screaming to death. Meow! What? Meow! What? Meow! What? You get up, you walk over there. Oh, nope. That wasn't me. I wasn't. That was somebody else. All the time. Black Diamonds. Melissa Moore. 4.5 stars. Moore always sucks you in from the first page and leaves you gasping more after the ending, thanks to a mix of suspense, action, and romance. Lily was never supposed to exist. Her whole life has been a big lie, a necessary one. There is a war going on between humans and fairies, and half-human, half-fairy Lily is stuck in the middle and considered an abomination by both. Let's see what happens there. Oh, what did I do with this one? Alright, so now we're going to inspirational. And where'd it go? I had them. What did I do with them? Oh, they're over here. I grabbed both of them. You'll have to explain to me. Do these look inspirational to you? Really? Seriously? What is inspirational about these two books? Explain this to me! Smoke! Smokey, where are you? Come on. I see you. Come over here. I see you. She's staring at me from across the room. I can see her. Yes, ma'am. I see you. Come over here. Alright, she's coming. slowly, her way. So, again, what is inspirational about this? Explain that to me. 4.5 stars. The start to Napa Cafes and Hill series begins with an exciting event, and the adventure doesn't let up. With hidden secrets, questionable motives, and interesting characters, this book has a bit of everything that suspense lovers will enjoy. So, what is it doing in inspirational? Explain that one to me. And come here. Where are you? Smoke. Come here. Hmm? Let's see. When Annabelle Lee's uncle locks her in a secret underground bunker, he gives her the sinister warning not to open the door to anyone, including him, without hearing the secret phrase. Annabelle is frightened and doesn't understand what's going on, but she obeys the order. Meanwhile, private investigator Trudy Coffey has a visit from a mysterious Dr. Smith who wants to obtain a copy of a book her ex-husband Samuel Hill gave her. As the ex-spouses grudgingly meet, they are led into a maze of secrets that will threaten many lives. Come up here. Um, based on the Raven. Tell me, how is this inspirational? Do these look inspirational to you? Sometimes I gotta wonder. There should be a little, I don't know, religion and inspirational, just a little something hopeful. I don't know. Um, Playing the part. I picked this one up this morning. Playing the part. 4.5 stars. Tirano's third novel in the A class of their own series is filled with humor, romance, and a bit of mystery. The author will have readers laughing out loud, rooting for their favorite characters to fall in love. Lucetta Plum is one of the most admired actresses on the New York stage. When she discovers that her wayward stepfather has pledged her to an nefarious Silas Ruff, Lucetta has no choice but to escape and go into hiding. Abigail Hart desires for her grandson Bram Haverston to find a woman and get married, so she decides to spirit Lucetta away to Bram's castle and accomplish the two goals. Matchmaker, matchmaker, find me a match. Bride. I don't know if I got that one. Oh, yes, I did. Bride of a Distant Isle. 4.5 stars. The stunning second novel in Bird's Daughters of Hampshire series is captivating and compelling. With a creepy gothic feel, the book is filled with family secrets, exotic characters, and an entrancing love story. Annabelle Ashton is summoned to her family home, Highcliffe Hall, she believes, to help arrange for the sale of the estate to help pay off debts. Annabelle is the illegitimate daughter of a woman who died in an insane asylum. Her cousin Edward is the heir. It soon becomes apparent that Annabelle is to be married off to a man because her cousin wants her out of the way. And then stuff starts to disappear. What's gonna happen? I do not know. That does not sound like an inspirational to me. I do not know how these books get classified as inspirational. I do not know. Tracy Peterson. A treasure concealed. 4 stars. The first book in Peterson's new series, Sapphire Brides, is set in a mining town in the 1890s Montana. Peterson paints a realistic and picturesque portrait of mining life and everyday struggles of living on the frontier. Emily Carver has no real life between taking care of her ailing mother and tending to duties at home, while her gold-hungry father spends his days trying to strike it rich. Either Caden T-Boat, a young geologist who has arrived in Montana to Cadillac Minerals, and who Emily's father has agreed can pitch a tent on their property. Emily is intrigued by Caden just as much as he is with the young woman who hides her natural beauty behind baggy clothes in an attempt to discourage unwanted visitors. Uh-huh. Some romance going on there. I still don't hear anything about God. The Red Door Inn. Smoke. She's screaming at me again. 4 stars. The first book in Johnson's Prince Edward Island Dream series is pleasant, but really doesn't highlight the setting as much as it could. Marie Carrington, escaping to a painful experience in Boston, heads to Prince Edward Island. She meets Jack Sloan, an elderly man who can see Marie's deep hurt, and he invites her to come in with help him with decorating an inn he's self-renovating. She meets his nephew Seth, a contractor working on the inn, who doesn't trust Marie's motives. As the two work side by side, they grow closer and probably fall in love too. Alright, on to mystery. And we have done all of these books on my series. If you have not watched these videos, please go check them all out. I can't wait till the next one comes out. It will be reviewed on this channel. Sebastian St. Cyr, he's a viscount, and he marries his enemy's daughter, Hero, and they have a couple kids. But he investigates a murder mystery each and every book. And he has a friend who's a coroner who does the examinations, stuff like that. So there's a little of 18th century coroner going on there. And he's got a Sergeant Bow Street Runner guy that works with him too. But because he's aristocracy, he can get into places that the Bow Street people can't, so they use him quite often. And he was estranged from his father for a while. His father played some dirty tricks on him, convinced him that he was... Now, the character, not the audience. The audience was cleared up the next page, but the character didn't learn the truth of the situation for like a couple of weeks, a month or something. But he's led to believe he's been sleeping with his sister, but she's not his biological sister. He's been socializing with this woman for years, and his father lets him believe her for a while till he finds out the truth. But the audience is told no, she's no relation to him at all. But when the Falcon Falls, 4.5 stars. The Regency Mystery by Harris captivate and enchant, perfectly combining romance, historical details, and excitement. Sebastian and Hero come to a peaceful Shropshire village with their young son Sebastian. Hopes to learn more about his family background. Hero is writing an article about the destructive enclosure laws passed in recent English history. The young magistrate asks Sebastian for help when the body of a young woman is found. Apparently a suicide. Sebastian believes it's murder. Why did the talented artist come to the area, and why had she lied about her name and past? So we'll find out there. So definitely go watch all those videos. Another author that I have done. Yes, I have done. I've done all of these too. Molly Murphy. Molly came from Ireland with 2 kids that didn't belong to her. Their mother died of an illness and she couldn't get on the ship, so she gave Molly all her papers and had Molly impersonate her over. Molly opens her detective agency, and then she eventually marries a police officer. 4 stars. The latest Molly Murphy mystery is a triumph for Bowen, who smartly revisits her witty and sharp character in a novel that keeps readers glued to the pages. Molly Murphy Sullivan's husband Daniel has accepted assignment from the head of the Secret Service after running into trouble at his job as a police captain in New York. But he won't tell her any of the details. However, after spotting him in San Francisco during a news segment and receiving a cryptic letter from him, she realizes he could be in danger and only she can help him. So she goes out there to see him. Very complicated book, that one. Jonathan Kellerman breakdown. 4 stars. Concerning for a missing child is the trigger for psychologist and police consultant Alex Delaware to get involved in one of the most bizarre cases he has ever seen. Years ago, Alex was brought in by a fellow psychologist to evaluate 5-year-old son of fragile and emotionally troubled TV actress Zelda. The out-of-the-blue call Alex receives to come visit Zelda, who has suffered a bizarre psychotic episode and has been committed. Alex is saddened by the deterioration of the once beautiful Zelda, but he becomes worried when there is no word on the whereabouts of young Ovid. Then shortly after her release, Zelda is found dead on the grounds of Bel Air. He needs to find out what happened to her. Steel Kiss. 4 stars. Diva delivers another heart-stopping thriller in this Lincoln Rhymes series, but this time more emphasis on relationships, including those of the hunted as well as the hunters. Lincoln has decided he's had enough of criminal work and is doing civil consulting and expert witness telemetry. He's also teaching a university class in forensic evidence. Lincoln's new project is to analyze evidence in a civil suit against an equipment company whose escalator malfunctioned, resulting in a gruesome death. After more equipment malfunctions, Lincoln and his partner, Detective Amelia Sachs, find that they are both working the same case. This might end up in a partners video soon. Okay. And Anne Perry, another series I'm working on trying to do, filled with emotion and details about how people lived and thought. Perry seamlessly combines historical fact and fiction with a highly plotted mystery. A bomb explodes on the site of this secret police raid, killing and wounding members of the force. Anarchist terrorists of the time are suspected. As head of the special branch, Commander Thomas Pitt is called to investigate, working with police. There are soon indications that the crime is perhaps more complicated. Could the case actually be about police corruption? As a former policeman, Pitt doesn't want to believe it, but he's got to investigate it. And on to romantic suspense. Taking Fire. 4 stars. Gerard returns with a thrilling new One-Eyed Jack story. Betrayal, regrets, and second chances. Military contractor Bobby Taggart trusts in a woman costs him dearly, so forgiveness is not on his mind when they meet again 6 years later. As always, Gerard excels at combining action and hard-edged danger with passionate romance. 6 years in Kabul, Bobby fell hard for Tala, never realizing she was a Mossad agent with a different agenda. Tala's disappearance, leaving Bobby to pick up the pieces after informant was killed. 6 years later, Bobby comes face to face with Talia Wright as a bomb rocks the U.S. Embassy in Oman. They survive, but she is desperate to leave, causing Bobby to follow. Who or what is Tala so desperate to reach? What's going to happen there? Her Fierce Warrior. I felt like I should have had more of these, but I didn't give myself time to order them all. As action hybrid shifters discovered, the action takes a backseat to the romance. 4 stars. Finding a lone hybrid in the mountains of Takanesia is definitely not part of Angelo's mission. To ensure her safety, he has to get her to headquarters and under the care of the doctor. Fortunately, Minka's inner self is claimed by her contact with Angelo, and the two are instant soulmates. And he's got to get her out of there. Alright. I don't think... Oh, yes, we have one Texas cowboy too many. 4.5 stars. An intense feud between two families and a contentious love triangle make up Brown's latest. Readers will fall in love with Rhett and Lee and their genuine, sweet, sizzling chemistry. New cowboy Rhett O'Donnell rides into town on a tricked-out motorcycle, and a schoolteacher Lee Brandon's heart skips a beat. Rhett is intrigued by the sweet Leah, even though she's off-limits due to a town feud. Rhett's not going to let a feud stop him from pursuing her. Aw. He should have rode into town on a horse. This should have been said a few decades earlier. I think it would have played better. Let's see. Home on Apple Blossom Road. 4 stars. With her highlighted contemporary style of storytelling, ongoing, engaging plot, and colorful, distinctive characters, Roberts brings us back to quaint town of Icicle Falls. At the funeral of Justin, his beloved grandmother Colin Wright spies Mia Blair, the woman who broke his heart. That, coupled with the loss of Justine, makes Colin want to leave Icicle Falls in a hurry. However, since Justine has left him and Maya a joint inheritance that they have to search for together, Colin has to stay and they have to do the treasure hunt together. And you know they're gonna fall in love. And which Fully Ignited. Naked guy on the cover. I don't know. He's got that too innocent look to be the naked guy on the cover. Humor and genuine affectionate family relationships ground Stacy's third book in the Boston Fire series. 4 stars. Scott Kincaid is taking a break from casual dating in order to focus on finding the perfect wife. His resolve is tested when he meets Janie Rutherford, a career-driven older woman serving temporarily as his commanding officer. Ooh. I was unable to locate any sci-fi this time. And there were no pictures. So we will skip the I am actually doing this lady next month. Lois McMaster Bajols. I'm having a great time bitching and complaining about her books. So tune in for those next month. But this is sci-fi. I'm doing the knife series. And I'm having a good time bitching and complaining about them. A friend of mine, I read them for a friend of mine. Up to Paranormal now. Rocked by Love. Christine Warren. Four stars. Warren does an excellent job making each of her Gargoyle books unique in voice and central relationship while still building a strong central premise and keeping the stakes high. Kyle Kramer knows that investigating her best friend's death might put her in danger, but she never imagined that it would bring her face to face with a living gargoyle who is charged not only with defending her but saving humanity from an overwhelming evil plan. The strongest of his brethren, Dag, has sworn to do anything in his power to destroy the demons plaguing the world, but he never counted on working side by side with the fiery, surprising tech genius. And Dag happens to be the hero of Louis Peugeot's book too. If you have not watched my Argonautes, please go watch my Argonautes and then go watch my Romanesques. Sherilyn Kenyon and Lindsay Sands. I did like 15 of them. Oh, look, naked guy on the cover. And you wouldn't think a vampire would. That looks like more like a werewolf book, doesn't it? Let's see what this says. This may be the 23rd book in the vampire series, but it still delivers everything that paranormal romance lovers desire. Mary Winslow is minding her own business, traveling across the country in her RV when she suddenly hits something. That turns out to be devastatingly handsome man, claiming to have escaped kidnappers. Dante Notte fears for his safety from his pursuers while he devises a way to rescue his brother. Complicating the unbelievable situation more, Dante insists Mary is his life mate. Oh, there you go. Where's Marguerite when you need her? You gotta go back and watch all of my videos in these. I have a great time with these. Oh wait, we forgot a couple. Let's go back here. Let me see if I can find these. We forgot a few. I thought this was so cute. Today. And then there were nuns. 4 stars. This highly addictive series continues with a clever storyline, quirky characters, and an ideal island location. Bed and breakfast owner B. Cartwright has agreed to provide meals for 10 nuns who are attending a retreat at the reclusive Water Edge Center. When the retreat's host is a no-show, B becomes a little suspicious, and just when the real treat starts, a nun is found dead in the water. Is it a drowning or murder? She has to investigate. This other one I missed. Shards of Murder. 4 stars. The setting, the craft, the dog, all are critical to cozy mystery, and Holland hits a home run. Appointed as a last-minute replacement for her late father, Savannah Webb is nervous about judging the glass arts portion of the Spinnaker Arts Festival. Megan Lola soon taps the list with her groundbreaking work, despite her fiery personality. But when the awards are given out, Megan has disappeared until Savannah discovers her body later at the festival site. And she's got to help investigate the murder. I wanted to throw this in. The Hidden Twin, Addie Rule. For 18 years, a girl with no name, a redwing, has been hidden away in a small attic room with a city of hissing pipes and curving temples perched on the side of the great volcano. Mull, while her sister Jay, identical except for her eyes, has lived her life in public as an only child. Their father had hoped the hidden girl would one day grow up to be a normal human girl and not the wicked creature mythology has promised, so he secretly spared the life as an infant. But when she switches places with her sister, striking up a flirtation with the son of the Empress while working in the royal gardens, and is attacked by 2 suspicious priests on her journey home, she is forced to call forth fire to protect herself, unleashing her previously dormant powers and letting her secret out. She soon catches the attention of a cult with a 1,000-year-old grudge, as well as a group of underground rebels, both seeking her for her own gain. when her sister goes missing and the Red Wing uncovers a great plot to awaken Mole and bring fiery destruction upon them. She is forced to embrace all her powers. I wanted to get that out there. Okay. And I did have, I think it's, I thought I saw it. Oh, there it is. This book got 5 stars. I rarely ever see a book get a complete set of 5 stars. But this got a 5 stars. Solid. It's rare that a book gets total 5 stars. I don't remember when they've given 5 stars before. Marked in Flesh, 5 stars. As the 4th book in Bishop's phenomenal other series begins, there is an extinct threat hanging over the human population of Deeza. Everyone in Lakeside Courtyard, as well as a few trusted humans, know that the mysterious and fearsome of the others, known as the Elders, are on the verge of eliminating humans from the continent. Until recently, Simon Wolfgard and the other Courtyard others would not have cared, but that was before Meg entered their lives. Now there is a small pact of humans the others want to protect, but it won't be easy. A radical human group with ulterior motives is fomenting the humans' first and last movement, which is stoking strife between races. War is coming, and unless Meg and Simon and their allies can stop it, humanity may be doomed. Okay. And so all of those shows over younger, they're all Feehan. All of them. Carpathians. Only got 3 stars, though. While picking up the unfinished story from Dark Ghost, Feehan explores 2 relationships. While Feehan usually excels at walking the line with super alpha males, this time one of her heroes slips into SOB territory, making it difficult to root for the couple. Gabriel Sanders and Gary Jensen entered the Carpathian world as humans and have worked hard to help the Carpathians solve their fertility problem. Then both Gray and Gabrielle were turned to Carpathians after being mortally wounded. They planned to marry but tragically learned they were not destined to be life mates. I don't know. I can see why. Patricia Briggs, Mercy Thompson, Fire Touched. If you have not seen all of my videos on Mercy Thompson, please go watch them all. And don't forget to hit the like and subscribe. 4.5 stars. Tensions between the Fae and humans are reaching a crisis point, and until now, the werewolves are trying to stay neutral in the battle. They Always Awesome Briggs is back to another high-stakes adventure starring Coyote shifter Mercy Thompson. After defeating a volcano god, Mercy, Adam, and the Pact are trying to get back to normal, but a frantic call from the police about a rampaging troll on the bridge is about to thrust them into the middle of a dangerous mess. After the epic battle with the troll and knowing the Fae sent him, Mercy uses her old pal, the walking stick, to make a declaration of Pact territory ownership and protection for all. The impulsive claim is put to the test when a tortured Z, Tad, and a young-looking boy arrive. The boy was stolen from the Fae eons ago, and now the Fae are after him because of his relationship with the Underhill. I never did get all that Underhill stuff. I just didn't. But the rest of it, Mercy Thompson, the kid, and Christy, the ex-wife, the annoying ex-wife. Go back and watch all of my videos. I'm almost to 2,000 videos. Believe it or not. And yet no one is watching. Oh, I forgot one. Let's see. Anyway. Midnight marked Chloe Neal. Merritt, Ethan, and the cognitive vampire house are learning never to underestimate their enemies, of which they sadly seem to have many. Over the course of this long-running series, Neal has demonstrated her storytelling chops by giving readers great world building. The killing of a werewolf by a vampire sets already budding tension between the races on edge. Merritt and Ethan suspect their crime boss Adrian Reed, who is bent on controlling Chicago, may be behind it, but proving it won't be easy. The tensions between various vampires also ratchet up. As Merritt hunts the vampires who killed the werewolf, she gets an ugly surprise, for she recognizes him as someone from her past. All of these events are being manipulated by some powerful, magic-wielding enemies. Can she defeat them? And I don't see any Harley Quinns. They have a author highlight. If I can get the computer to show it. There we go. And I don't think there's Seduction and Surrender, Cece Gibbs. Gibbs, 4 stars. Gibbs is extremely powerful in the second Reckless series installment. Readers feel an immediate connection to the characters, and this doesn't falter as they're whisked away to a place where pleasure and heat seem never ending. Young and naive American Nicole Parrish was just looking for a little adventure during her travels, but little did she know she was destined to be Rafe Caston's student. The billionaire playboy felt an immediate connection with her and wants her to open her heart and mind to every sexual desire she has. See what happens there. And that is the end of March 2016. I shall see you next week with April. Don't forget to check out the Voyagers, and don't forget If Thens. I'm telling you, if you're looking for a series or something, check out my If Thens, because Google search engines and Goodreads search engines suck. They don't get you what you really want. So I've got them grouped. If you're looking for forensic, if you're looking for homicides, if you're looking for vampires, if you're looking for werewolves, if you're looking for dragons, if you're looking for Native Americans, if you're looking for black authors, detective, men in kilts, pirates that make you swoon, cozy mysteries Thanksgiving, cozy mysteries Christmas, cozy mysteries Halloween, cozy mysteries March, Lucky Charms, St. Patrick's Day. I did them all, and we're gonna go through some cops and detectives and FBI for the next couple of weeks, Fun If Thens. So I'm looking forward to it. And please, please, please hit the like and subscribe. Have a good one.